finally cleaned Nana's trunk out from our trip to California to pick the car up. It still had a whole bunch of junk in it from the road trip. It's such a nice car. It's like really minty, clean. So those are the transmission parts that we've loaded up to take to the transmission shop to ask them, do we need to replace it? Some of the things are an apparent yes. So yeah, it's time to zip on up to where? Fort Worth?
Hurst.
Hurst, near Fort Worth, to that shop. Check them out. There it is. Nice. There's a CTSV out front that means business. Oh. How did I miss that Corvette? It sounds good too. Ours needs to sound like that, don't you think? It sounds too stock. That's where it starts. That's the sickness. It's getting us all fixed up. All the old junk.
So this will actually go on this side.
Yeah.
And this washer will go on the other.
Okay.
Yeah. I mean, you'll have to take all this stuff
Oh,
apart
yeah.
anyway. But anyway.
Huge thanks to Jason at Texas Drivetrain Performance. They took great care of us. Awesome selection of parts. Fixed us right up, loaded up, and now we're gonna head to Summit.
She's gonna drive because she poked fun at my driving, so she won the chance to drive the next leg.
Yay, look at me go. It's true. He took a corner at like Mach 10 and I was like, dude, I just cleaned that trunk out and everything was all on one side. But Nana does corner kind of good.
Mm-hmm.
All right, let's go to Summit. The awesome folks at Summit fixed us up again. We got parts. We got U-turns. What did you see? He's like, I'm going back.
I was just trying to mess your shot up.
You didn't. They got to see your best side. Yeah.
My wallet?
Right. Okay, onward home, and next time you see us, we'll be back in the shop working on that dang Corvette. It's a new day. And we got a kid with us in the shop. She's excited about that.
Yeah.
Aaron's been working on a list already, kind of getting his thoughts all together for action plans on the Vette. I think the kid and I's action plan is to clean the 2 pieces of case, transmission case, and then we're going to address all the forward steps from there. Mr. Aaron's about to crank the tractor up. He's gonna move this big press. This press is going to replace this smaller press. We're really excited about that. It's gonna be quality. Y'all, the tractor episodes have been doing real good. That's been exciting.
It's been so useful.
It has been a lot of use. Aaron is inspecting the cases to be sure there's no parts or components that are going to fall out when we take them outside to degrease them. This plate needs to be degreased real bad. Ooh.
Degrease that one too.
I think we should. It's pretty gross.
Mm-hmm.
The stuff's good to go?
Yep.
Cool.
You always give me a reason when I don't understand the sign. Oh, I'm loving the freedom you're bringing to me. Won't you stay a while? No, it ain't always easy.
Aaron just got our degreasing solution all ready to pour into the smart washer. This is a really cool tabletop parts washer that we got from CRC. It's called their smart washer. And we've had it for about a year, maybe longer. And we've used it, when we first got it, we used it a whole bunch, and then we set it on a shelf, and we were like, dang, we need to get that thing back out because that'd be perfect for washing all of these internal components for the transmission. So he's putting fresh juice in it. It's like one of those cool organism-based cleansing products that like has the like little creatures in there that eat the grease.
Very scientific, if you can't tell.
It's really cool. Yeah, so he's about to clean some parts there, and the kid and I are about to power wash the case. Get that grease off of there. I just said, doesn't it have like the little things? And he goes, the microbes. I'm like, yes, that's the word I was looking for, microbes. I'm like,
Little tiny organisms.
the little, they like the
Creatures.
grease. The creatures. Yeah,
Hopefully there's no creatures in it.
might be.
She asked why I didn't help her. My counselor said only give advice when you're asked. She didn't ask.
A counselor. True. For future reference, I always want your help.
Second one going in.
You need windshield wipers for your safety glasses,
Yeah.
there, kid? Her pants are soaked. You're funny. But the case looks so clean.
That's one.
You did
There's
so.
so many others to do.
You-
But I'm already all wet. If I ask you to do it, then you'll get wet.
yeah.
You're already kind of wet. But I'm wet.
Just this top part of the case, and it's still gunky, but you'll have that clean in no time.
Yeah.
Just keep your mouth closed. One more time.
Oh yeah.
Aaron has cleaned a few parts, and he's going to clean some more, and he's laying them all out very specifically on this table.
I'm just staring at them blankly, wondering how they're going to go back in the transmission.
It's going to be an adventure. So Aaron was just looking over all of his parts that he's cleaned, and we were just looking at second gear, and it's pretty chewed up too. We did not buy second gear when we went to the transmission shop, so I just sent the guy a text and was like, hey dude, like I think we need second gear too. So we're actually gonna look over what we have and figure out what else we might need, because I think we're gonna replace more stuff inside this transmission. Here you go.
So here's our problem area. This is a reverse gear, and you can see the teeth are completely worn off of that, which will be the case with this gear also that rides on it. So we were talking to the guy at the transmission shop. He said what you do is take all the guts out of here and flip that gear over. See, those are brand new teeth on there. So we can do the same with second gear. It's all chewed up. If we go to this side, it's brand new. So these two units are reusable. The other problem we found, and the reason we got so far in there, is there are teeth missing off this. That's your input shaft. So that's a big problem. So we got another one right here. That's nice and good. Got this gear. I believe that was the 5-6 gear. I can't remember, but it was bad and needed to be replaced. And then over here we've got a brand new reverse gear. What we don't have is that second gear. So we're gonna give him a shout, see if he can get one in the mail for us. We're not gonna rush this thing. I was thinking about putting this back together, but then I remembered my OBS has first and second synchro out and second and third, which is gonna be this gear right here. And it is so irritating to drive, and this one's so hard to get out. We're gonna go ahead and replace that. The other problems we're having are not problems yet, but they are going to be. See how this is all busted and cracked? You can definitely see it on that side because there's a piece missing. Those all have to be replaced. There's two here. There's one in somewhere. Parts I've lost. There's a couple here.
And we have brass replacements of those, right?
Yes. This is one I was looking for. That little pad right there. That's going to be replaced. We went and bought a stage 2 kit. So we got the really nice carbon fiber synchronizers except reverse. That one's brass. And seems silly to say, but we're going to have stage 2 rebuilt Tremec T56.
In our stock Corvette.
It may have 6 reverses and 1 forward. I don't know by the time we get done.
It's going to be an adventure.
But we've also decided, because it's such a pain, let's replace the slave cylinder and the clutch. So because we're hung up now, we're waiting on parts, I said we go drop that exhaust down, pull the bell housing off, get the clutch out, and then we can actually get to that oil leak. That's the reason we took all this apart.
Let's do it.
Let's do it.
Okie dokie, we're under the car. The nice oily situation. I'm going to be unbolting these cats. Wonderful catalytic converters. And pulling them down so we can get this bell housing out. These don't look too rusty, but I'm gonna spray some freeze off on them just to hope that they don't give me trouble coming out, because they sort of look like they could give me trouble. Like that guy right there. Yeah, he kind of looks like he might want to be a problem. So I'm gonna give those a little psst, psst. Let them sit and grab my tools for what I need to get those cats out so that we can drop that old bell housing down. That was a Derekism. Yep, I realized it. I read comments and I'm like, yeah, people are right when they say Emily's starting to sound like Derek when I called a battery with the go handle. You know, when you listen to that dude on videos, it kind of rubs off on you. A fellette gonna start talking like him. So, if anybody, you know, has a problem with it, I'm sorry. Not really, but he's great. Love that dude. He and Jessica are the best. And their boy's the best. YouTube fan. Okay, let's do this. Almost forgot. Safety equipment. Really needed on the back side of that one. This is funny. Not funny, but sort of funny. Aaron was just poking around over here and he found this this plug for an O2 sensor, and he was like, "Did you unplug that?" I was like, "No, I figured you did." "No, I didn't unplug it," he says. So then he starts looking around, and up in here it's very hard to find, but the other end of this, which this is all burnt, it's all melted. The other end is gone. It's just wires hanging there. So that could definitely explain why we had a check engine light on. This poor car. This poor freaking car. That's crazy, dude.
It's getting better.
It's getting better.
Every bolt you take out.
That's right. Yeah, speaking of that, get to work, Emily. Gotta unplug her. What are you doing, Emily? What are you doing? Okay, come here. Sorry, little lady.
Maybe that's what happened to the other one.
Yeah. I can't get to it. Okay, it took Aaron's assistance because I couldn't do it with both hands. There was one of those little holder clippy things in here holding it in. So we got it out and on to the next one. Oh, you telling me that one was broken off? It barely even. Oh, okay.
Is there another wire?
I don't know.
Just find yourself in a similar situation.
I don't know. It's like being held on by the gasket. Hold on.
Hurts.
How funny. Okay. Aaron was an amazing man, and he got all the difficult ones up there. He's a beast. And he left me the two easy ones because he loves me. Oh my God. Maybe it's just on a dowel this side.
That's what I'm hoping.
Dang. We're back. It's the next day. And Aaron went to Dallas this morning, Fort Worth. He got more transmission parts. He went to Summit and he got a bunch of stuff there. And he also went to Harbor Freight and got a bunch of random tools because
They didn't have what I wanted, so
he's been reading all the internet comments. He's like, I guess I need a brass hammer. And
yep. Never used that stuff. I've just been careful, but visually, I think I need to get the right stuff so I don't set the wrong example for future gearheads. Thanks for giving me advice on that.
I'm so distracted because my lighting on my face is awful. I know we should be talking about tools, but wow.
I can fix it.
Thank you. Oh, it's kind of sweaty, babe.
Yeah, so I went to Summit, got a clutch. It came with a slave cylinder. We needed a slave cylinder. We're going back to stock clutch because we want it to feel like a stock Corvette.
We do.
And we're not putting power through it. So
Yeah.
got that number 2 gear. Also got a bearing that we need for the front because I'm gonna tear it up taking it off. And then just, you know, stuff we need in the shop. Got one of these toy hammers. Everybody said I need one of those. I don't know what you use it for. It's plastic, but so
Yeah, we're gonna do some more work today. Are we going to attack the engine oil leak?
yeah, I think we'll work on that
Clutch
first.
off, get the
Yep.
rear engine plate off.
Kind of get the blood flowing.
Yeah. We gave up last night after we realized there was one bolt left in the top, and it is legitimately covered by a gob of wires, and it's so hard to get to. Way back up in there. Ugh. So that's what we're starting off with this morning. And then we'll finally be able to access that oil leak.
We'll see how not to do something. 1/2 inch impact to 3/8 adapter to 1/4 inch.
Oh my gosh.
With the wobble extension and the wobble. Did it though.
Dude.
This is kind of warm though.
That was intense to get up in there. You can't see it because I don't have the flashlight on it. Yeah, anyway, that was nuts. I think that the leak got increasingly worse for us over the past couple of months, but I think it's been leaking for a while. Hung up on... Oh, there it is. Yeah. Okay. What you hooking on, bruh? Let me just get my glasses on. Not anything where
Hold on,
the
there's wires
starter
over
goes.
here. Man, this wiring harness was put in the worst freaking place. I'd rather see it on top of the engine than have all this trouble. Push it back on if you can. There we go. Now try it.
Okay. Now I'll move these up so you can...
Okay, now you can put it back up.
Holy cow. Well, all right then.
What a booger.
What a booger. Yeah, that clutch was ready to be replaced.
Mm-hmm.
It fell in the kitty litter. Oh, could have gotten a tow.
Look how thin that is. Dude, there was nothing left of that.
Wow.
We were
It's
going
amazing it worked as well as it did.
Yeah, I mean, here.
Yeah, that's a crazy difference.
Mm-hmm. You can see, look how deep those rivets are in there.
Yeah.
Look at this one.
Wow.
It's like pretty much flush.
She was worn out.
Yep. So we're going back with a stock clutch. It's a stock car. Talked about that already.
Yep.
Stop asking me.
Stop asking me.
And
And
it
a
came-
good new slave
Yeah,
cylinder.
it came with this. And I asked the transmission shop how to get this off, so that's no longer a mystery.
Learning all kinds of stuff.
Yeah.
I know, man.
Yeah, I don't like that.
Flywheel.
That's an LS7 clutch.
Is it?
Yep. See, stands. That comes out. Normally a flywheel would be totally flush.
Well, cool.
It's
Can we put that
LS7.
other LS7 clutch or a flywheel on there?
the Fidanza, we'll look at it.
Yeah.
Yeah, I think because on the Fidanza you can flip the contactor plate over.
Because that's pretty. I mean,
Yep. And it'll be, the Fidanza is aluminum too, so
Yeah,
she'll
it's
spin
light.
up faster.
lightened.
It'll be like one of those new Corvettes. That turns 10,000 RPM.
I'm afraid it'll take more than a flywheel to make it that way.
That's no burrito.
Eek. Kind of nasty.
Yeah.
Dang, look at that watch tan. It's pretty good. Oh, man. Pretty wild. The wetness underneath this seal is definitely apparent. There's just like a bunch of oil right there. We bought this whole plate new, including the seal, so we will be tossing a new one on there and hopefully getting rid of our oil leak. Oh, look at all that oil caked up. It's like dry, wet. And maybe that's leaking down from somewhere else, but I don't know. Okay. There she is. It's out. Junk. I guess it's junk. I feel like it's junk.
We're done. You ever have one of those moments where you're like, what am I gonna do tomorrow? Oh no, I gotta go to Vegas. Yeah, we're having one of those moments.
So, I committed to a job that I'm really excited about. And in my mind, we got home from the family cruise. I'm like, it's in a couple of weeks. So I wasn't thinking about like the fact that we have to leave for it this week, day after tomorrow. But we did decide to drive it instead of fly in. So we needed the extra like 2 or 3 days because we got a new vehicle. We added to the fleet again. And if you follow us on Instagram or Facebook, you'll already know what it is, but we're going to be doing some fun episodes with it. Driving it halfway across the country. That was kind of hard to say.
Words.
To Las Vegas. And that's going to be really fun and exciting. But we have to leave the vet now. But it's also kind of good because we're going to order some more parts for it.
Well, we pulled the clutch out. The clutch is absolute junk. You guys have probably seen that already in the episode. And we realized we've got aluminum flywheel that came out of rock seat. So we pulled it off the shelf and the plate on it's messed up. The plate's replaceable. So I ordered one of those. So we're gonna get one of those. We also found that the pilot bearing is completely frozen up, but we have one. So we're gonna put that in there. What else are we getting for it?
Yeah, it was pretty cool with the clutch that we bought from Summit. It came with the slave cylinder and a new pilot bearing for like $350.
Yeah, it was made by Luke, but it's an LS7 clutch. Came with all the stuff.
Kind of great.
So it should be good.
We were just talking though about how grateful we were that we had such a bad engine leak on this car because we found so many other issues, primarily from improper maintenance, I guess, but also, I mean, the car has like a little over 100,000 miles on it, so it does have some miles on it, but like pulling the transmission and finding the pilot bearing seized up. Oh, a bunch of the bolts on that rear cover were loose, so that's oil leak, you know, territory as well. Mm-hmm. And then going through the transmission and finding so much gnarly torn up gears. And what else did we find?
Well, I mean, the clutch was smoked. That was going to go out really soon.
The clutch was looking
but
nasty.
That pilot bearing, I'm guessing, would have given us trouble as well, and maybe torn up the input shaft, which doesn't really matter because it was already torn up. No, it wasn't. That would have been on the torque tube. Yeah, so it would have torn the torque tube up, possibly.
So we were really glad that we ended up pulling all this stuff out of the bottom of the car and doing a bunch of stuff.
We found the O2 sensor.
Oh yeah.
Had melted itself to the exhaust, so it was not working.
Yeah.
So we should have no check engine light, no oil leak, and a transmission that works.
Yay.
Like a brand new car.
And a bunch of stuff serviced that needs to be serviced.
Yeah, and get all that oil off of it. That shouldn't be like that.
Sweet
cool.
Corvette. So we're going to have a little break between finishing this car and we're going to go on a road trip. And when I say we, I mean y'all too, because you're with us in all these adventures. We'll be doing coverage on all the things. So as usual, whatever we're doing, y'all are doing. Thank you guys so much for all the love and support you show us. This year's off to an amazing start. The end of last year, as y'all know, was challenging for us, but man, are we feeling better than ever. And we're just so grateful. I just realized I was looking at this end and the lens is over there because I have my phone backwards at what I'm sorry. This whole time I was looking over there, but I need to be looking there. Anyway, as I was saying, thank y'all. Love y'all. And if you're not subscribed, hit that button. Hit the little dingy bell. Comment, say what's up. We love and appreciate y'all so much. And we're so excited for more adventures. See you soon.
If I